Hello everyone. Today I'd like to show you how to draw a truck from the mid-1950s. Please enjoy. Okay, let's get started. As usual, all my equipment is a sharp pencil, an eraser shield, and an eraser. With that, I'm going to start with the hood on this truck. Alright, so I'm going to correct that little line right there. There you have the beginning of the hood. And now to define it, well actually before I go into the headline, I'm just going to point, it's going to be really flat right here and curves into kind of a flat, it's a bit more of a flat hood compared to most because it's a truck. Trucks were made for less beauty back in the 50s. And with that, I'm going to make the headlight, and this is going to be kind of looking like a General Motors truck from that day, whether it's GMC or Chevy. So the headlight, it's going to be slanted forward, and then you're just going to give it a little straight line down. There you have your basic front of the truck. And we'll add in details as we go. I'm going to curve up to the windshield. Windshield has to be very flat, but it has a very slight slant here, as you can see. And we're just going to curve. You're going to give it a little bit of... Now, instead of like going like the 30s where you just do a curve, you're going to make it a little bit more complex. You're going to have a very ever so slight bulge right here above the windshield. And then we're just going to get a very flat-ish but curved roof, and we're going to end it off right here. Now we can define the glass a little bit right there. The trucks from that era had curved glass similar to the cars. There we have part of the truck. Now as for the rest of the truck, it's very simple. We're gonna I'm gonna add the glass back here. A second. Make that line a little less thick. I need to fix that. We have a bit of the door, and now you can kind of see how this looks a lot like a truck. Let's get the hood line in there. You want a curve here because you don't want it just to be flat. It's usually not how the hoods were. They weren't, not everything is flat on these cars. It's always complex shapes. Let's get the bed back here a little bit. Kind of a rectangle-ish shape, and there's this kind of curved metal thing that they did back in the day. Just show a little bit of that. Let's get these lines a little bit more straight, make it look better. go. Bring the bed in. I think I made this door a little too low, so I'm gonna have to fix that right there. And now we're gonna want to get the wheel back here. And that's not quite right. It's gonna be a little bit more square. Okay, for the wheel cover, this is obviously a short bed truck. Gotta make that line there to distinguish the bed. So this is gonna be very circular-like, but here we want it a little bit more square for where the wheel is gonna go if you choose to draw one. We're gonna get this in here. Also kind of squarish in nature for the truck. A door might be a little bit too wide, but we'll see. Yeah, that's too wide. Okay. There we go, that looks a lot better. Add the door handle in here. Put a little dot for where the key would go. Define these lines a little bit better. All right. Once you have the bumpers, and the back bumper is going to be kind of squarish because it's back bumpers were designed for work more than the front. But the front bumper you can be a little bit more creative with. Clean this up a little bit. Let's add the gas cap in here. All right, look pretty good. And that is how you draw a truck from the mid-1950s. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, please remember that history belongs to God. It's His story.